I'm Lulu, and welcome to Lulu's Way. I'm glad you're here. Today I'm here with my friend Sherri.
Hi.
Sherri's at my house. So I'll explain who Sherri is. So Sherri's a subscriber of mine. She joined the book study club that started last July, so it's been a year. So I basically see her on Tuesday nights for the study of the Tao Te Ching. If you're not familiar with the book study club that I host in my community, you can go right to the description box and you will see a link to that Facebook group and come and join us. So, you know, we talk about very meaningful things on Tuesday nights and you really get to know people well. And so she came to one of my meetups. I got to know her. I met her in person. It was so exciting. Yeah,
It certainly was.
yeah.
Yes.
And so she reached out to me last week and she said, Lulu, I need some advice on my electrical system that I want to get. And she's like, you know, can we have like a Zoom call, or do you want to come to my house, or I could come to your house? And I said, why don't you come to my house, and whatever questions you have, maybe some good information for my viewers. So here we are.
Thank you.
Yes, Sherri.
And I've recently upgraded from one vehicle to another, and I'll be showing the reason for the upgrade and what is better about, for me, the truck instead of the Jeep.
Okay, so you had a Jeep. How long did you have the Jeep?
So I had a Jeep Grand Cherokee XLT, so a big one with a big panoramic roof. I had it for 3 years. I kept it. I'm gonna give it to my daughter. But my bed was in the back. But anything I needed to take camping with me, I had to put on top of my bed. When I get to where I'm going, I have to take it out and set it up. I did end up getting a box like Lulu has, which made a big difference. But still, like when I travel, say across country, if I want to just jump into my bed, I can't. I've got stuff on it.
So it's basically for campgrounds.
Exactly, it was better for that.
Yeah. And did you buy the Jeep for camping, or did you just have the Jeep and make it a camper when you decided you wanted to do the camping in the vehicle?
Good question. I originally had a van, but that where I hike in New Hampshire and remote areas in Maine, it couldn't handle the terrain.
Oh.
So I had to upgrade to an SUV. I went straight for the 4-wheel drive, and that really worked out well. I really, really, really liked the Jeep a lot because I could get anywhere. I was never worried about terrain. And
a Jeep is an SUV?
It's a 4-wheel drive.
Oh,
yeah.
When you called it an SUV, that's the
Well,
Jeep?
like an SUV, meaning like a RAV4 is an SUV or something
but
like that.
Jeep is in that category?
Yeah.
Didn't know
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Learn
Yep.
something new every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I thought a Jeep was just a Jeep.
Yeah, but it's kind of no. It's an SUV.
Yeah.
What is that? A suburban vehicle or something?
No, it's a
Terrainian?
SUV.
I forget what it stands for.
Something vehicle.
So I've been thinking about it for a while. What do I want? What do I want to upgrade to? I am going to get a van eventually, but that's a couple of years off for both me and my hiking partner. So I said, you know what? I really like the idea of a truck because in camping terms, I went from a studio to a 1-bedroom with a garage. So I have a dedicated bedroom in the back seat, like the big 18-wheelers. I took the back seats out and I made a bedroom. And then the bed of the truck is my trunk, and it holds everything I need and everything I couldn't take with me before. So it really has been a game changer. The mileage, it is an 8-cylinder with a Hemi, so I have no worries about terrain. When I go on the highway, it drops down to a 6-cylinder. So from here to New Hampshire, across country, I'll get really good mileage. Driving around town, not so much. But that's okay. That's besides the point, because the whole point of it is for my lifestyle, not for saving money on gas.
Right.
So
exactly,
yeah.
So cool. So now you're in the process of, you haven't used it yet.
I'm going to use it this week, and I leave tomorrow for New Hampshire, North Conway. I'm going to go up camping until Monday. So the maiden voyage will happen.
How exciting is that?
Very exciting.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Even when you don't have like everything together, and that's like the fun part is going and figuring it all out. Isn't it though?
Exactly.
Isn't it though? So show us around. So this is a Ram.
All right. So it's a Ram 1500. It's a 2021.
This is so huge.
I got it from S&E Auto in Weymouth.
Look at how tall this is.
I know, it's big.
This is a big ass truck.
I know, it's really big.
Oh my God.
So full
Look at
doors.
these tires. Look at them. They come up to here on me. They're huge. So, yeah, you're going to get through anything in this.
It has this nice step up, so I can.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
I have no
that's
problem stepping up into it.
Yeah.
I have a sunroof, so when I camp, I like to look at the stars at night when I'm sleeping. So that was kind of a non-negotiable in vehicles for me. So
now, is that screened when you open it? Is this?
I have a screen to put on it.
Okay.
It's not screened, but
Because I've seen people that put the screen on the top of the vehicle, and they just sit screening material right down on the roof and put magnets around it.
Yeah, mine came with magnets. It's a big square sunroof screen that has magnets.
Specifically for that.
Yeah.
How cool is
that? Yeah.
Okay.
I got that from Amazon.
There you go.
So let me show you my bedroom. So that's my bedroom.
Look at the bedroom.
So it's a dedicated bedroom that nothing has to go on top of, which is wonderful. I am 5'7", and I don't quite fit lengthwise, so I have to go diagonal, but I can stretch out with room diagonally. So this is a memory foam mattress. It's a twin size memory foam that I got from Amazon, and I had to cut the bottom off. I do have a soft egg crate topper.
Oh, I can feel it. I was wondering what that was.
Yep. And then I've always put a waterproof mattress cover on it before I put my sheets on.
Yep.
And that just protects it from my sweat.
Yes.
These are the rubber puzzle pieces that you can get, like I got them at Ocean State. And it just covers kind of the industrial back after the seats came out. It has some openings that have them show the metal. So, and I just kind of took these pieces and locked it in.
Oh, that's a good idea.
These I like because I left exposed because I can hook carabiners to them and hook a light there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I don't know what I'll do with these, but I left these exposed too.
Yeah, you could hang things on there too. So, so you had the seats taken out by a professional that was able to take them out so that your airbags were not affected.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
There's like a skill to that.
And I saved all the hardware and the seats. They're in my garage, so very protected. I can put them all back. Seat belts were taken out with integrity. So nothing was ruined when I took these seats out. They were super heavy. Yeah.
Okay.
And that gave me an extra foot of room back here. A whole foot.
What do you
maybe
mean?
even a little bit more of room. It was much smaller.
Yeah.
And then I'll just use these pockets for things when I get in. I have no idea where I'm putting everything yet. That will happen
And
this
you can
weekend.
sleep and get right into the right in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
So this is where you're going to sleep. You don't have to put any stuff in here.
Nothing goes
because you
on
have the
this.
whole back of the truck. Let's go look at the back of the truck.
All right. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Just keep pretending that's how the little things get huge. Paralyzing every part.
First, I want to show you this right here. It came with a hitch.
Oh, nice.
And this is for the lights on a hitch. So if I am towing something big, I can plug the lights. The whole thing can light up.
Yeah.
So that came with it. That was great because I've always had to put a hitch on my vehicles.
Nice.
So then that comes down. I glued the puzzle pieces, the rubber things on top of here so that I could sit on it or kneel on it.
Oh,
and it
doesn't, that's great for kneeling.
Yeah, because it's
you're
really
you're going to be hoisting yourself up here to kneel and to grab things.
Yeah, I got this right now, so I can use this to get up here, but I'm going to get one with another step because that's kind of a big step.
But you're still going to get on your knees. And
I'm still going to get on my knees.
This will save you, yep.
And then if I want to sit in there, and then this just rolls open. So I'm going to use this for about a year before I decide if I want to put a soft top on it. I can put a soft top on, a high one, not the hard top, but a soft top, like a Jeep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then if it's raining, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to live with this for a while.
Yeah.
But
What you need.
So
that goes. They can just open that right up.
this is my toilet. That's my chair. That's my changing table. That's my pop-up screen.
So is that a shower tent right there? So that's how you use the toilet privately?
Yeah, the shower tent is the one I won at the
Oh, that's right.
End of Land. Yeah, I won that, and it's wonderful. I love it. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
So
I was wondering how you use the toilet privately.
I mean, if anybody wants a really comfortable toilet and you have the room, this is a handicapped commode. So I just took the toilet pot out and put my bucket in, but you can higher it and lower it to your height, however you want
the bucket is attached to the
and the bucket's
frame.
in the frame, yeah.
Ah.
This isn't part of it. That's my dishes bucket. But yeah. But it's really a good one because we had it for my father, but he never used it. But I like that it's adjustable and it can be lower or higher. I'm a little taller, so
Yeah.
you can adjust it.
Cool, very good.
So now that I have the room for
So
it.
now, so this is where you'll put all your, get a bucket full of food, a
Yep.
bucket full of clothes, and you'll just,
This is my hammock bag. So if, if I can hang up a hammock, I have hammocks and straps in here.
yeah.
This is like my garage. So I have extra shoes in here. I have weights to hold down my screen house.
Oh yeah.
Bungees in case I need them. Trash bags. This is a rake because when I go camping, I sometimes need to rake.
Can I see that rake?
Yeah.
I need a rake for Florida.
Oh yeah.
My friend Laura rakes the beach.
Yeah.
And I said, now that I have my my cargo box, I was like, I can put a rake in.
This is from Amazon, so it just screws together.
Oh, look at this, Laura. I know she's watching.
Laura. From Amazon, so you can make it as tall as you want.
Oh, that's
or
good.
as short as you want.
Oh,
Sometimes
and it's
at the
hard.
campground.
It's nice and hard.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
hard.
like a it's
Yeah.
not like a nylon. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to get the link for that.
Because we often have to rake up around our fire pit when we
Yeah.
yeah.
But we'd like to rake the sand, get the seaweed out of the sand.
Yeah.
And Laura likes to have it all, the lines all lined up, and
I think
she likes to have it all nice and clean.
like when you vacuum and
Yeah,
you on your
yeah,
rug.
exactly. Yeah, you want all the lines straight. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for that link.
Yeah.
I'll put that link in the description.
I'll send it to you exactly. When I
Okay.
get home, I'll go on my Amazon thing and I'll send you
All
all
right,
the different
good. Yeah,
links.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I was gonna bring the big one from the garden.
The thing is, when you get stuck without something at a campground, that's when you go home and realize I have to go on Amazon and buy this.
Yeah, yeah.
And we needed a rake last time.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one.
This, because you always
Oh
need
yeah.
one of these to
you always
clean
have
up.
to sweep. Yep.
And then, my shower. So just got this from Amazon too. This is called Flex Tail, and it's just a pump. So you fill a bucket, which that gray bucket is what I'll fill. Drop it in there, USB chargeable. Turn it on, and you can use this for dishes, shower.
So this just goes all underwater.
all underwater.
This is all waterproof.
Yep. Great pressure and everything. It's
Really?
really nice. Yeah.
Wow.
So you can, what I'm thinking is I'll put the bucket on top of my truck so that
And it will heat. The water
it will heat
in the sun.
Yeah. And then I can take a shower that way, or I think it pumps it up, but I think it'll be easier if it's up
If
there.
the gravity with the gravity
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
But I
Well,
haven't
how
used
cool-
that yet. I'm going to use it this weekend.
Okay, you'll have to let us know.
And this is adjustable like a regular shower head. So
Nice. You got some nice little gadgets there.
thanks. Love gadgets.
Yeah.
So that's that. Oh, and I have a toolkit. So Lulu, I watched your video on
My tools.
your tools that you helped somebody with one time. So I just went in my father's garage and made up a toolkit. A whole bunch of different things in it.
Good. You just never know.
You just never know.
Either for yourself or other people. It's just really cool to just be like, oh, I got that.
Just a bunch of stuff.
take care of that.
Duct tape, screws, nails, hammer, everything you can think of. Zip
Yeah.
ties, kind of camping things as well as
Yeah.
mechanic-y
Good.
things.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good. And then
So
you got,
so
you
far
got a
that's
nice
it.
little rug to put out.
Got the
I
rug.
love having a rug.
I love having a rug.
Yeah. And so then now you have all this empty space. Now
Yeah.
you're going to pack this up for your trip tomorrow.
I have a bucket that has all my fire stuff in it, so fire starters and everything you need for a fire.
Yeah. And what do you use for clothes? Do you use the packing cubes?
I
or-
use the packing cubes, and those I'm going to stick under my bed.
Oh,
so
yeah.
the clothes I'll keep
you go.
inside,
Yeah.
that whole tunnel under the bed.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I'll keep those
Great spot.
inside. My
Yeah.
cooler, I have two coolers. A smaller one that I have, like, if I'm in my vehicle, that'll have anything I need, like, little stuff. But then my bigger one with all my food can stay outside
Yeah. Yeah.
or in here
And
until
you just buy ice.
And I buy ice. I did buy a Yeti cooler, which I will tell you has been a game changer. And I also learned about prepping the Yeti cooler. So I bought the Yeti cooler. It came with a really nice instruction booklet, and I said, "Oh, this will be fun to read at the fire. Let me go camping and read it." Threw everything in my Yeti, got there. I read it, and it said, "Prep your cooler." I've never heard of that before. I don't know if anyone else has. Prep your cooler. So the night before, you want to grab a bag of ice, throw it in there, and leave it in there. Get it cold, and then put only chilled things in it the next day. I camped from Friday to Sunday, and Sunday night there was still blocks of ice in my
Wow. So having it cold first before you load it up.
prep it. It said sacrifice a bag of ice, and it was worth it. Absolutely worth
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Wow.
worth the $2. And it was
Yeah.
cold for 3 days. It was unbelievable.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
good. That's
yeah.
really good.
The first time I went, so I read the book by the fire and thought, oh, that's my fault. That's not the cooler. I'll be keeping the cooler and following the instructions moving forward.
Yeah. Like my father always said, if all else fails, read the directions.
my father was the same way.
If all else fails, read the directions.
There are no extra parts. Always read the directions. If there's extra
Exactly.
parts, you did it wrong. I say,
Yeah.
all right.
You feel it taking over you. To the center of your core.
So what's the story with electrical?
Okay, so I work from home. I have the ability to travel, but I don't know how to work from my vehicle yet. So, well, that's not true. I do know how to work from my vehicle. I need the power to be able to do that. So I need power for my laptop, possibly another monitor that I'm going to have with my laptop. I have a MiFi from Verizon, so I'm good with Wi-Fi. I can get it wherever there's Wi-Fi. I can have private Wi-Fi. I work for a hospital, so I have to be HIPAA compliant. So I can't just go to any Starbucks and log on to their, public Wi-Fi. It has to be private. So I have my own private Wi-Fi. I want to be able to plug my computer in without my vehicle running and have it just power up and be,
And to run for how long?
Well, a couple of hours.
A couple of hours, not like 8 hours.
No, not 8 hours. Even an hour, just so I can log on and get some stuff done, put it aside. Log on,
Yeah.
I don't have a real schedule where I have to be on the computer for 8 hours.
Yeah. And so how do you plan on generating the power?
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. So
Yeah.
my options are like a Blue Yeti or like one of those power banks.
Yeah.
And I don't understand all this lingo. So then I know there's DC to DC charging. So I don't know if that's still with the Blue Yeti. And then there's the extra battery. So I'm wondering, my question
What about
is,
solar? You're going to do solar?
I don't think I'm going to do solar on this, not till my van.
Okay.
No.
But I mean, you're not going to get portables?
No.
Okay.
I'm not.
So the only way that you're going to generate power is when you're driving. What else do you want to power?
Well, if I had the means, I would bring my blender and possibly my Instapot.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah. So there's two things that you have to consider. It's the capacity that it has to run something and the capacity that it has to store power.
Okay.
Right? So like the bigger the unit, the more it stores. Like if I'm on 100% and I'm sitting in the sun with my solar panels, I'm not generating anything because it's full.
Okay.
Right? So if I had more battery space, I could be storing, and I could probably go 3 days and I don't even have to think about whether the sun's out or not, right?
Okay, yeah.
So the batteries, what my friend up at Pilgrim Van Bill told me, okay, so I have a 2,000 watt Blue Yeti. That means that anything that's 2,000 watts or under will run it, which is just about everything. I mean, really, the things that like take a lot of electricity would be like a hair dryer, might be like 1,800, but I can run a hair dryer on that. Not that I'm blow drying my hair.
Right.
But like an Instant Pot's like 700, so you know that's going to do. Now, if your blender is 1,200, let's just say your blender's 1,200. Do you know what it is?
No.
Oh, just say it's 1,200. That means that would run on a 2,000 watt too, and it would run the blender and the Instant Pot at the same time, because when you add those two numbers, it's under 2,000.
For how long?
Well, it depends on how much you have stored.
Okay.
Okay. If I use my Instant Pot to make a batch of something, I use about 10% of my battery storage.
Okay.
But what Bill told me at Pilgrim Van Build, he told me that I said to him, I'm thinking about maybe eventually getting, like when that thing goes, because they don't last forever.
The Blue Yeti?
Well, yeah, because it's a battery. Every battery has an end of life.
Right.
Okay, so it only has so many refills.
Okay.
And it might be thousands of them, but or hundreds. But so you're going to have it for years, right? But that's with really any batteries. Just like your car battery, eventually you need a new battery.
Right. Right.
So the Blue Yetis basically are a box that have all the components that it needs together. So basically, if one thing goes in it, the whole thing's unusable.
Right.
Okay? Whereby if you get the battery, all the components are, you ever see like on those videos where everybody's got all these little boxes, charge controllers and your inverter. So like you'd have an inverter, you got all your different components, and then together they all work. So you need space for that stuff. Usually it's mounted on, like, say, a piece of wood or inside of a cabin. Some of these components have to breathe, so they need to be. So he said if you had one of those batteries, you would have more storage than you have in that Bluetti.
Okay.
Which is, so the battery's this big, but there are other components. So what's really good about these Bluettis is that everything's in one thing. It's easy,
Right.
plug and play.
Yeah.
The other one's not plug and play. Like you either need to know what you're doing or be willing to learn how to set all this up. I would never, you know.
So when you went, you did go ask about it, and you decided against it because of that.
No, I didn't. No, I asked him about it, and I'm not going to do anything because I got everything running great right now.
Okay.
And but if that Bluetti went, I think rather than go for another portable station, I would probably get 2 of those batteries.
Okay.
And then I would have so much storage.
Right.
You know, so and it would just store, and then I wouldn't have to worry ever have to think
Even
about
with all the outside components. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a space under my floor. Under my floor, I could put the batteries.
Yep.
And then I thought, like, maybe where the Bluetti is right now, all the components could go in there
Yeah.
and probably just put a little curtain in front of it, you
Right.
know? He also said, you know, what they do have is they have these, like, containers that you can put the components in, and they can be mounted under the vehicle on the outside. And he says, and it protects them from any kind of weather or anything. I suppose if you're too, like, it would be perfect for you because you're probably not going to hit anything.
Right.
A little low for me, but I think it actually goes, it doesn't go up, it goes up inside, like between things,
Yeah,
you know? And then
yeah.
it comes up through and then connects inside the van. So he said, you know, we could do that. But I said, you know, we're going to do that like another time. So when I first got my Bluetti, I had the portable solar panels, and you can't charge that while you drive. I don't know if you can because you got a bigger, beefier vehicle. I don't know, like your cigarette lighters, if they could charge something that big.
The Bluetti?
Yeah, because
Okay.
if I plug mine in while I'm driving, it blows it. Yeah.
Oh. It blows the Bluetti?
It blows the
the-
cigarette lighter.
Okay.
Blows the fuse.
Okay.
It can't handle
Interesting.
it. But if it was a 1,000-watt one, it could.
Yeah.
Under 1,000, it probably. I mean, most people that have like
So how were you charging it before?
I was only charging it with my solar panels. So I would have to, if I was on the road, I was at a rest stop, I would go to a rest stop just so that I could put my portable panels out and generate some electricity.
Okay.
It was a pain in the ass, but I did it. It was all I had at the time. Then I decided to put the solar on the roof. Then I could charge while I was driving because the solar.
Is that when you got the DC to DC?
No, I got the solar panels first.
Okay.
And now 200 watts of solar will only take in about maybe 125, 130 at a time. But with the DC to DC charger, while I drive, I can take in over 700.
Yeah.
So it's just like boom, before you know it, it's full. So the DC to DC charger is a box that's hooked up to the battery of the car,
Yeah.
and also hooked up to the Bluetti. So
Okay.
it would be hooked up to, if you got a battery, it would be hooked up to your battery system.
And that's where your switch comes in.
No, the switch is a different story. Before I got the solar panels, I went to a stereo place, and they put a switch in. They hooked up my Bluetti to the battery, but it went from the battery to the Bluetti,
Okay.
not the battery to a DC to DC charger to a battery.
Okay, that's where the switch came in. Okay,
That's
I
the
was
switch.
confused.
Okay, so that thing's not even working anymore.
Okay.
That was just a direct thing, and that would bring in about 120. This DC to DC charger was a game changer. So it basically, whatever happens, I'm not an electrician, but whatever happens when it comes from the engine battery to this DC to DC charger, and whatever it's doing, hocus pocus, comes into the Bluetti, it's like 4 or 5 times as much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So I can go, right?
Every time you're driving, it fills it.
Yeah.
But if
if I have,
it's full.
if it's full, it's full. So you see, like I could have right now, I don't know if I could hook up a battery along with the Bluetti. I don't even know if I could do that.
Right.
Because because the battery needs all the components.
Right.
And the components are
That's
inside
why they made Bluettis. Okay.
so that
and
all the different pieces, like all the
Jackery, that's the other one, Jackery.
Yeah,
that's
all
another
the
big
parts that you would need to buy to get a system from your van battery or from solar panels to batteries it's a series of little gadgets and wires and stuff.
And,
And
and it has USB and regular plug outlet in it. Yeah.
Yep, USB, regular plugs. The cigarette lighter plug is in there too.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And Now, like this is an older model, and I have one USB-C port. The other ones are USB, and I would love to have more than one USB-C because that's where it's at right now.
Yes,
but I only have one, so I have to do my phone with the USB, and then I do my iPad with the USB-C.
Yep.
So.
The newer ones might have more. Okay.
Yeah, I would look for that. If you're going to get a portable system. I mean, I recommend the Blue Yeti from everything that I've heard, and I know like Bob Wells is really highly recommends the Blue Yeti. There's a certain kind of a battery it's lithium battery.
Okay.
And watch Bob Wells videos.
I watch him all the time.
Okay. Watch Bob Wells video when he compares the Jackery to the Blue Yeti to the EcoFlow, and he talks about the differences. And it's things that we don't even know about them that are important.
Okay.
You know, it's more about just like then what plugs are on it and, you know, all that stuff. So I would say that like, I would look at your laptop and your monitor, because now those are two things you're going to have to run at once.
Yes.
So you want to look at the tags on them. There's like metal tags on everything that says how many watts it's using. So just say your laptop says, I have no idea, this is just guessing. Say your laptop says 400 and your monitor says 200.
Okay.
That means 600. Don't get anything smaller than 600 if you want to run those together. If you want to run those together and be cooking something, you need to do your math.
Right.
So, but with me, I kind of overbought with the 2000 because, I mean, I'm never. I do the Instant Pot. I'm doing other things too. You know, just do one thing at a time is fine. But you know, you might want to check maybe with your mechanic to find out what that can charge while you drive, because that's going to be key.
Okay.
You know, because if you can charge while you drive just by plugging it in,
I could plug my Blue Yeti in instead of the DC to DC and charge it while I drive.
That's if see like no, I don't know if mine's just a little 4-cylinder, right?
Okay.
So I don't know if that even matters. I don't know if your battery is bigger and badder and it wouldn't trip when you plugged it in. Like this is a 2000, maybe I could plug in a 1000, but I don't have a 1000.
Right.
If you get a 1000, I would say it probably would run.
That's interesting because I'll have to find that out because I do have some big plug outlets, 2 of them in regular plug outlets in there.
Oh.
So I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that. All right, I'll have to find that out. I'll have to read my manual.
Oh, then you could probably plug that right in while you're driving.
Charge it while I'm driving.
Not through the cigarette, because then you're going to get it quicker.
Right.
Because you're getting it through AC instead of DC.
And then if I do want to go with the DC to DC eventually, I could do that later, but I could start out with that. Oh, that's a good. I'm going to look into that.
So just make sure that that whichever size you you got to figure out what size you need for your stuff.
Okay.
And then also what the car's going to charge while you drive.
Okay. So all right. Okay. So
but then so now if I'm parked somewhere and there's no sun and I'm not traveling, I'm not making electricity.
You're not.
So
right.
I just start the car for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it shoots right up.
Okay.
Because of the DC to DC charger.
Right.
You'll bring in a lot less, but I don't know, maybe with the plug.
Yeah. That's what I came for, so I could get these ideas and then do some more research at home. That's great. Yeah.
So I don't know what different car batteries are capable of.
Right.
I would imagine that the battery in your vehicle is different than mine. I would think. It's a beast.
I know.
Right? So I would think that it's, whoever's watching this is probably like, they don't even know what they're talking about. It's true.
I know, they're probably all the same.
But you know something? But this is what we do.
Yeah.
This is what we do. You don't really know what you're doing, and then you just do it anyway. And you just, there's people that have gone before me that can help me with things that I want to upgrade on, but I can help you starting from the ground up. I would say, see what you can plug in.
Yep.
And whatever the biggest one you can plug in that will charge while you drive.
Get it.
Well, only if it's gonna run your laptop and your monitor together.
Right.
You add those two together.
Okay.
And then you make sure the item that you buy, the smaller it is, the more likely the car's going to charge it.
Right.
I don't know if you can charge a 2000.
Right.
Okay. And a 2000, I'm going to say I overbought.
So so 1500? Would you be good with 1500?
I would be good with 1500. I could probably get by on 1000.
Yeah.
Because my tea kettle is probably my biggest draw, and that's things that heat up are the biggest draws.
Okay.
Like your laptop and your monitor are not things that are heating.
Right.
Like
Instapot.
Instapot. Yeah, but that's quick.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's quick. See, like things like my refrigerator my freezer draws 35 watts. Okay. So that's drawing 35 watts. The Instapot's drawing like 800.
35 is nothing.
But that's going all day.
Yeah,
This
true.
is going for 10 minutes.
Right.
So see, there's a difference there.
Yeah.
So it's like, I found that like no matter what people told me, I had to just experience not having enough. How am I going to get more? Oh, I can't make my tea in the morning, so let me go to Starbucks and buy some water. You know what I mean? Like you just figure it out, and then you fix it.
I like that too, because then we're able to speak from experience. When someone asks us a question, instead of saying, well, I heard this and I read this, I do like to experience whether it's good or bad, and even if it doesn't work out, I like that because I can say, well, I did use this, that one didn't work for me, and so I can use that. So it is, experience is even better.
Yeah. So I would go home and do some math with with the products you want to use. Personally, I would get whatever that could handle while you drive, and with a AC outlet in there. And then if you're running low, if you don't have any solar panels, you're going to have to start it. So Sherri, I am so grateful that you're at my house right now.
So am I.
I really am.
Thank you.
Thank you for showing us your truck. What's your truck's name?
Her name is Ramble because we're going to ramble around the country together.
Oh, and it's a Ram.
It's a Ram, and I name my vehicles. So my Jeep was Pepper. She spiced up my life. I think a lot of you already know that. And I'm going to gift that to my daughter so she can spice up her life. But yeah, I got Ramble, and we're gonna make some memories.
Yeah, and just like I said, my summary of the electrical is, if you said you have a good mechanic, that you're in tune with.
He's so good.
Yeah, I would just say like, what's the biggest thing I can get here? He'll probably know exactly what numbers you should look for.
Okay.
On the specs. If you go on Amazon and you look up below, you'll see the specs, and those specs all really matter.
Yeah.
It tells you what solar panels to get, like what the numbers have to say. And I shop for this stuff. I didn't even know what I was talking about, but I knew that the solar panels needed the number of voltage something had to add up to less than something.
Okay.
And I was just like, okay, I'm looking at these specs. I don't even know what I'm looking at, and I just figured it out.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Great.
And
That's
it worked.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lulu. Well, you've really cleared up some of the cloudiness around the electrical and the power and what I need. So
And look, it seems like a good place to start.
Yeah,
would be
absolutely.
to get a portable and to see how big you can get it.
yeah, and that would be a game changer because I don't plug anything in when I go camping. I don't even get campsites that have electrical.
Yeah.
So I've really been roughing it, and it will be nice to bring a little bit of electricity with me.
Yeah, a little bit of power. Power to the people.
Bye for now.